sorry I hadn't made a video in a while. But I'm just gonna go to where I left off, where the hospitalists and residents were asking questions. Well, at the same time, there was also a nurse in the room, and she was, looking at my vitals and checking with my IV and everything. And I just kept telling the doctors, I know how old I am. I know what year it is. And the nurse, just trying to be funny, she says, honey, you can be however old you want to be. And she said, that trying to make things light, trying to be funny, but I was being serious, like I'm that old, but as you know, I actually wasn't. So they finished their rounds with me. They seen that basically I just knew my name, date of birth, and I knew that Obama was the president. And so family comes in, old friends, co-workers, different people. And what really got me was, I lost my memory. So there's these people coming in, and I remember their face, but I do not know who they are. And I could even tell you how I knew them, but I cannot tell you their name for nothing. I did know some, but for the most part, nope. So it was a blessing that I had people to come and visit me. I had an NG tube for a little while, and finally, whenever I was starting to be able to move my arms, they put me on a soft diet, and I was able to start feeding myself. You know how women were stubborn, and we're going to try our hardest, and we're going to do what a strong woman is. We're going to give it our all. If you tell us no or we can't, we're going to prove you wrong. And so they told me, Henrietta, somebody come in and feed you. Wait for the CNA. No. I was taking that spoon and I was putting it in that cup, and I was trying to feed myself. Now let me tell you, I did get some in my mouth to eat, but I also had it all over my face for that nice CNA to come in and look at me like I'm crazy, and have to clean my face off, and have the nurse to document that I did that, and so I didn't get majority of my food. Also, what was terrible was they showed me how much medication I had to take. I had to take all this medication, and I'm not one to take medication. I mean, like, I'll take like Advil, ibuprofen, and then to know that I was taking all this medicine that hurts your body, hurts your liver, it was just unbelievable. And also, I've never taken that much medicine. So they found out they had to give me a cup of applesauce and put it in there, and I would take and, slowly take all that medicine, because it was a bunch. And then, people had came and visited me, and I was trying to remember these people, because I thought, okay, if they came all the way here to see me, not just call or anything, I mean something to them and they mean something to me. Okay, so I tried. My mother-in-law and my husband, they were with me. They were making sure everything was okay and do what the doctor said. Any changes, anything, they were keeping up with it. Because I had lost my memory. And basically, recall was, it was so, like, small. But people were there for me, and that was a blessing. At nighttime, my husband stayed with me, and we started off our nighttime reading from the book of Job about Job, how he had lost everything, and how he gained more than everything back, how God allowed for Satan to do all these things to him. And his wife and friends, they thought that he had done something wrong, and that was why all these things happened. But you should know, if you haven't learned by now, that just because you're good does not mean that everything's going to be peaches and cream. And just because your tail's bad, it don't mean that your tail's going to be the devil. A lot of times people that's the worst have the nicest lives, and people that are sincerely good people have a terrible life. So in the book of Job, it shows that. So his wife, his friends, they were like, they just thought you had to have done something wrong. Look at all this that's happening. But he didn't. And he was able by God, because he trusted in him the entire time. He was able to get more than what he had in the beginning back. Now, that's nothing but God. Just like where I was, my husband was reading that with me to help make me feel better, to strengthen me up, because I had woke up paralyzed, not able to move. I'm not just upset, but I was able to sit up, move my head, and move my arms and fingers. So I was so happy. And every night he would read that with me. It was a blessing. So if you know someone that's in the hospital and whatever they're going through, if you could read that, we're not even in the hospital, just having a hard time in life. If you could read that, it's amazing. Well, it was funny at first because, kind of funny. My husband, whenever he showed me my phone and my iPad, let me tell you, I had been without lights because everything, all the lights hurt my eyes. The blinds was closed. It was dark in my room all the time, as dark as it could be, because it hurt my head and it could have caused me to seize. So here I am at, like, during the day, so I could see what's going on, but it's, dark. I could see the devices he placed on my bed, and straight up, like I said, I had lost my memory, I thought that that phone and that iPad, the things they did, he started showing me, he showed it to me. I wanted to get away from it. I thought that those things was the devil. So that's how much memory I had lost. I didn't even know what the things was, and I thought that they were the devil. So, I mean, that shows you a lot. I didn't know what things were. I'm still learning things to this day. So, I think that's enough for now. And I hope to get back with you soon. God bless.